Class, today we are going to discuss another important topic in heat treatment, which is known as surface hardening. As the name indicates, we are going to harden only the surface. Okay, so if you take a gear, okay, if you take a gear, we can see the main part of gear is only on the teeth, okay, not on the inner part. So hardening this full piece takes in so much of time, so much of money and energy. So at that part, what we are going to do is we are going to only what we are going to harden only the outer layer. That means we are going to have the surface alone. We are going to have a hardness. So that type of hardening process known as surface hardening process. Mainly it is due to this hardening process mainly done in order to increase the resistance towards wear on the surface alone. Okay. But if you on the other way, if you see only the hardening happens at the outer surface. So this is known as case. So it is also known as case hardening. The inner surface, which is known as core, will be have less hardened when compared to the outer surface. Okay. So as like hardening process, it is done to have the higher contact stress, so resistance to higher contact stress, fracture toughness and corrosion resistance on the outer surface alone, not on the inner surface. Okay. Here the hardening is done completely on the outer surface. So there are we are for the surface hardening. There are many examples. We are doing surface hardening for gears, nails, okay, pins, etc. So there are 4 types of surface hardening: case hardening or surface hardening; carburizing, where you are going to imprint carbon on the outer surface; nitriding, where you are going to imprint nitrogen on the outer surface; carbonitriding and cyaniding, where you are going to imprint both carbon and nitrogen on the outer surface. Right. So this is the first one, carburizing.
So carburizing is a sort of hardening process which is used to carbon mainly introduced here. So it is done from 850 degrees Celsius to 950 degrees Celsius. Major thing we are focusing on is hardening the outer layer of the particular thing. So for a desired thing, which we have to do is hardening. So that hardening takes place in the outer layer. So that's the thing. It is completely based on 3 types. 3 types in the sense solid, liquid and gas. Solid hardening is also known as hack hardening. Hack hardening they are using, you can see there is a ash visual here. Can you zoom? Activated charcoal is placed there. Around that solid hardening takes place. Carbon monoxide used there. The main thing here is BaCO3. It is known as barium carbonate. Throughout in the center the element is placed. Then the part of carburizer is getting heated to carburizing till the carburizing temperature. It will be around 950 degrees Celsius, sort of.
So here you can see this activated charcoal. The charcoal is activated through barium carbonate. So the carbon inside this charcoal will be imprinted on the outer surface of the part which we are going to be carburized. Okay.
So next is gas carburizing, in which the metal which we are going to carburize, it is heated up to 930 degrees Celsius, and the gases like methane, ethane and propane and natural gases are passed to the metal, in which while passing it, the metal we are going to carbonize, it carburized in the outer layer. And liquid carburizing is the same like gas carburizing, but here we use NaCN, sodium cyanide. Before passing sodium cyanide in the metal, we heat the metal and sodium cyanide is passed through it.
So next we are going to see is how we are going to imprint nitrogen. So the previous 3 steps what they have discussed is how to imprint carbon. Next is how to imprint nitrogen, right? Okay.
So we are going to see about nitriding. Nitriding is nothing but a said addition of nitrogen. So here in this process, you can see the diagram. It is the heating part where NH3 ammonium is added, where like 2 part of nitrogen and 1 part of hydrogen is added. Both is flowed to a pressure regulator. After to that, it is gas inlet to the heating part. In that case, nitrogen is added to the heated part, and hydrogen part is separated throughout the bubbler. So this is known as gas nitriding.
So it's a nitriding part. As he said, we are going to imprint nitrogen alone on the outer surface. Okay. So this is the next one where we have a combination of carburizing and nitriding. It is known as carbonitriding, done at a temperature around 700 to 800 degrees Celsius. Okay.
As sir said, carbonitriding is a process in which we place the carbon and also the nitrogen in the surface of the material to increase its strength, wear resistance. Likewise, it's like a system where traveler belt is there. The particle moves from the start to end. It's like a chamber setup. The first natural gas enters into the preheat zone and it heats the material, and another carburizing gas and ammonia enters to carbonate in the carbonitride zone, and in the last natural gas enters and the material is suddenly quenched to get a brittle nature. In likewise, this the carbonitriding gas.
Thank you.